Hi YouTube friends, welcome back to my channel. We've had such gorgeous weather, warm and sunny, and everything's blooming. And then Adam got the idea that we should eat outside on the back deck, and he's been making so many delicious meals out there, and we've been sitting in the warm sunshine eating until this morning when it got so cold again. But today I'm going to share with you what we've been eating. And then here is our beautiful ornamental cherry tree. Listen carefully and you can hear all the bees. It sounded like a bee swarm. This wonderful lunch was a beef tenderloin with a vegetable medley of green beans, potatoes, and broccoli. And that's pretty good. But then Adam made a pico to go on top of it, which is, you're familiar with pico de gallo. Well, this is it has a yummy vinegary, just so delicious flavor. And that beef tenderloin was outstanding.
Thought it would look nice. More?
I want you to leave it, and then we can add more if we want. We can find out.
I overestimated the amount of cauliflower. It tastes alright. It might need salt. Did I bring the salt?
This morning I'm making egg salad to take to church for snack after the service for everybody. And I thought I would show you this very simple egg salad recipe. I do start with my own farm fresh eggs. I have seven hens, and I get really large fresh eggs with deep golden yolks. And I do like our little steamers that we have. I'm doing this all here at the sink. This is our steamer setup. I always steam our eggs for boiled eggs, whether they're hard or soft. I don't ever boil them, I just steam them. And I think that this really makes a difference. As far as ease of getting them out, you really don't have to be messing with boiling water except for in the bottom pan. And I think it also gives you a better peel, which is what's so important. So that's how many is that? That's 16 eggs in there. And look how all of them peeled perfectly. And these are farm fresh eggs, okay? And I had not a one that did anything weird or took any of the white off. That's amazing. So here's the last, I was going to do 24 total. So here's the last 8, okay? So let me show you how I peel these. Y'all know all about how to do this. Just take your egg and tap it on the side of your sink. Tap it really well until really the whole surface is pretty small cracks, not big chunks. And then there is a natural air bubble in every egg. And it's going to be on the big end. So that old Gulliver's Travels debate about which egg of which end of your egg to smack, it should be the big end. You're one of the big enders, okay? Because that's where the air bubble is. This air bubble is actually there so that when the baby chick is born, is trying to hatch out and is taking a day or so to hatch out, it has a little bubble of air to breathe, okay? So, and you see how beautifully this peels. I mean, sometimes they just come right off. And the thing is that every egg I've done so far today has peeled exactly like that. And you know, if you need to make 24 hard-boiled eggs, whether you're doing deviled eggs or egg salad, it makes a big difference if they peel well or peel badly. So we'll peel the rest of these, and then I'll show you the recipe that I use. And in my opinion, when it comes to egg salad, the simpler, the better. Now I have chopped up my eggs for egg salad a lot of different ways. I've used knives and I've used forks, and then I found the best tool, and that is a potato masher. And you've probably seen these in thrift stores, or I think you can still buy them. This is a wonderful kitchen tool to have. It's an old-fashioned tool, but I just got to show you this. I want you to see what this does to an egg. Press down on it firmly. And look at that. Perfect little egg salad size bites. You couldn't chop an egg. If I could have spent 5 minutes not getting an egg chopped that beautifully. And all you have to do is just push down on the bottom of the bowl. Now I'm using a nice stainless steel bowl. A Pyrex bowl would work fine too. Anything nice and firm. I took out about half the eggs because I wanted to be able to get to these ones on the bottom. It really just takes one push. Look how bright and yellow those yolks are. And if you have a little, these are really big eggs, so if you have a little piece of egg that escapes out of the side, you can easily do it a second time. But oh my goodness, this really altered the way that I do egg salad. I will also say about the boiling and peeling part of it, I love to eat soft-boiled eggs. And I steam a soft-boiled egg. Once the steam has started, I put the egg in and I turn on the timer for 5 minutes. And when the 5 minutes is up, I take it out, run it under cool water, peel it just like I showed you, and it is a perfect soft-boiled egg with a fully cooked white and a creamy yellow. But for these eggs, in each of my steamers, I had 8 eggs at a time. You don't want to stack them any higher than that. And I had them on top of steam for 9 minutes apiece, which is a lot. But the one thing you don't want is to go to all the trouble of peeling your eggs and then discover that you've got some that are soft boiled, because it will ruin the texture. I did that one time and had to take that egg salad anyway, but it was not the same, because you really want egg salad to start off kind of fluffy. It should be springy like this. Okay, that's real important. Is there an egg hiding under there somewhere? I don't think so. Okay, now I'm going to put the rest of them in there and do them too. All right, and then I'll catch up with you later. Okay, now that is a lot of squashed egg. And they really do press so easily. I put the last ones in there 3 at a time and just squashed into the bottom of the bowl. Didn't have to empty the bowl or anything, so it works really well. Now, the mayonnaise that you must, well, the mayonnaise I must have. You probably have your preference. I know some people are adamantly supportive of Duke's, and there's other ones. Hellman's is a favorite. I love Kraft real mayonnaise. No low fat, no olive oil, nothing unusual, just Kraft real mayo. Okay, that's what I use for everything, and certainly what I use in my egg salad. So I'll mix some of that in. You want it to be generous but not gloopy. The egg should predominate. That's the flavor you want. If you don't start with good flavorful eggs, you will not have good flavorful egg salad. And then after the mayo, the only thing I put in is salt and pepper. That's it. There's no relish, there's no mustard, there's no unusual addition. That is the flavor you want. I serve it on bread with a little iceberg lettuce, and it's great. All right, I would say with 24 large eggs, I'd probably put at least a cup of mayonnaise, and probably more. I didn't measure, but I want to show you just, it's very jiggly, okay? When you drop it, it kind of bounces and jiggles, and it's nice and fluffy. Well, I've tasted it, and it is just perfect. I put in a little teeny bit more, probably a full teaspoon in that. When I get to church, if I remember to take a picture of the finished sandwich, I'll share it here. Thanks. That's not a very pretty dish, is it? But boy, it tastes good. Hi, YouTube friends. Well, we had some warm weather for a while, but now we've got cold weather again. It's supposed to be 32 degrees tonight. Can you believe that? So all these plants I have outside, my little teeny basil seedlings and my lemongrass and all kinds of stuff are going to have to come back inside for 2 nights. And then hopefully we'll go back to warmer weather permanently, well, you know, for the summer. I thought I'd show you right behind me, there's our fig tree. And it's just leafing out. Isn't it nice looking? It'll be fine. And over there, you see that little building right there? We call that the little house. It's a 1-room cement block building that we've used for various things. Right now it's really just storage. But we're going to walk over there and see some willow developments. I'm going to show you some things that I'm working on outside. A friend gave me 2 slips of pussy willow. These are just beautiful. And they've got some nice greenery too. And if you look down here, see all those roots? Isn't that wonderful? So she gave me those because we live in a very wet place. Our house is actually technically in a flood zone, although it's raised a bit, so it's fine. But anywhere in our yard, you can take anything in the willow family and stick it in the ground, and it'll grow into a tree. It really will. And pussy willow is a willow, so and it's already got roots. So I'm looking for just the best place to have 2 pussy willow trees. So that's going to happen soon. Tonight, I've got to take the basil starts in. Everything else is coming along. We had a just torrential rainstorm last night. This actually, that's how much rain we had. That was like an inch and a half. Oh, goodness. This poor little plant down here, I think it has no drainage. It is coming back. I don't know what it's called. And my mom is really looking great. So let's look out in the yard, and we'll walk here past our little fig tree, which hopefully will bear really well. And I'll go show you some other things that we're working on in the yard. But I was trimming my Lady Banks rose, which I'll show you in a second, and I just couldn't bear to throw these cuttings away. I mean, they're kind of ugly, but they would, you know, if I can get them to root. And my mother, who's a little bit of a horticulturalist, she said she didn't know why they wouldn't. They do have some little green leaves. They're getting big. Oh, look, we got some blooms. Okay, so I've got it growing on this archway. This was maybe I'll include a photo of what this archway used to look like when we first moved in. It was covered in ivy and it looked like a big green Hulk. It was so awful. But, so I wanted a Lady Banks rose here instead, and look! I'm even wearing gloves, guys. Oh, it's not gonna focus. Anyway, it's about to burst into bloom. I'm so excited. It's Easter this weekend and maybe things will bloom again by then. But that's the Lady Banks rose, and so we're gonna try to get a little start out of there. Now let me go show you where the willow grows. Hey, this is why willow grows well here. Hope I don't run into a water moccasin. Oh my goodness, it's so soggy. Look at that. She gave us a willow slip from a gorgeous willow tree in her yard, a really beautiful one. Our one beautiful willow specimen is this one, and it just has these long, luscious fronds. They're just beautiful, and it will grow up into a specimen tree. All these other willow trees here, they are willows, but you see they don't have the same growth habit. They don't drape over really with that long beautiful hair. All of these willows are swamp willows, and we grew them by taking a slip from one swamp willow tree on our property that's right over here, and then we just stuck the little wands into the ground and they all grew into trees. So it's kind of wonderful to have a place where you can grow willow trees that easily. The mother swamp willow, that sounds terrible. What a mess this is. She's right here. She's looking worse for the wear. She actually fell over at some point. Boy, I'm glad I've got farm boots. This is a mess. And I cut a lot of willow off of her. Adam would like to sell willow to people who do weaving and stuff, but we'll have to see if that's going to work out. So, bringing those wands over and putting them somewhere over here, but they need to be out in the open so that Adam can mow around them. They can't be too close to anything else because he likes to use his riding mower. All right, it's cold out here. I'm sorry to say there will be no outdoor eating today. No outdoor grilling or cooking or any of those fun things. No tablecloth on the deck. We'll be back indoors today. Adam's been picking lots of cilantro to go into the pico he's been making. The cilantro is very happy in this weather. It loves cool weather. So that's what's growing here, the tall stuff, is the cilantro. It's always the first thing, and then it'll be the last thing in the fall. All right, that's it for the chilly outdoors today. Thanks for joining me. Well, I'm back inside enjoying a nice cup of hot tea, and I hope you're staying warm as well wherever your cold weather is. Let me show you a few more things Adam's been cooking. These were some stuffed shells, and here was a lovely stir fry he made the other day with kale. Tricky and Bobo like this food. See y'all later. Have a great day.